Alright, so welcome back to All Things Gumball, where I'd like to share with you a few ideas on how to maintain a balance. You're doing a juggling act, but balance between your full-time job, your side hustle, like for me it's this thing, and then maybe, your life. Maybe you have family, you have children, you have a mom and dad that are older and you need to take care of them. Maybe you're in college or high school, you're a high school student. So, I'm just going to share with you a few ideas that can help you have a little balance between all of these. So you might have three things that you're trying to juggle all at the same time. I don't know if you know this, but apparently, according to the internet, 36% of the U.S. population is working at a job and trying to build their own business. 36%, that's a large number of people that are interested in building something for themselves. So how do you balance all of these items in your life? And it's rewarding. Having your own business is rewarding. I have to admit, having a business where I'm my boss, I'm my own boss, it's very rewarding. But it is hard work. And there's things that you can do to keep from getting burnt out. How do you keep from getting burnt out in the business that you're building? Maybe you work 9 to 5. I'll tell you what happened to me. I used to wait tables, and if you don't know anything about waiting tables, they normally split up your shift. You come in the morning around 10, you work until about 2, go home for 3 hours, let's say 2 to 5. So you have 3 hours of break time, and then you work 5 till 10 or 5 till 11. Now, some restaurants still stay open till midnight. If you work in a bar, working in the restaurant, the bar may be open till 2 o'clock. So you may not get home till 3 or 4 in the evening, or in the morning, I mean. And you may feel like you don't really have any energy to go out and look for locations or service machines. So there's a few things that you need to do to watch out for burnout. Let's talk about the first thing that you need to do. Leverage your time. Okay, so one of the ways that you can stretch your time and stretch your energy is a couple of things. Maybe sell items online. As I was talking in an earlier video, you can buy these vending machines for fairly small amounts of money. And each machine has many components and many parts, so you can't take the machine apart and sell it on eBay. You can sell the parts on eBay. Another thing you might want to do to leverage your time and energy is to have people help you. Maybe you have a son or a daughter that has the ability to drive a car, and you want them to help you run the route. Maybe you can run half of it on one day, and they can run the other half on the other day, and it'll help you out with your business. That's the vending business. Now, we can talk about other types of work. We will get into other lines of work that you can start with other businesses, such as, and I'll talk to you a little bit more in future videos about other businesses that I've started. I've done flea markets, I've done antique malls, I've owned my own recording studio, I own my own art gallery. So these are different things that you can start off with a small amount of money. We'll get into those videos a little bit later. So what do you do next? One of the things that I'd recommend is taking time off just to think. And I know it feels counterintuitive. You may think, man, I'm so busy right now, I don't know how to take time off to just relax. But for me, I find like if I just rest 1 day a week, I get more done in 6 days with 1 day of rest than I do working 7 days a week, exhausted. I mean, I'm running 100 miles an hour, those 7 days, and I'm just exhausted. It seems like I only get half the amount of work done per day when I'm exhausted, and when I don't take a day of rest, and it's almost like I'm only working 7 half days, so that's really only 3.5 days of work. Otherwise, if you take a day of rest, you'll get 6 days of real hard work that you work really hard on those 6 days. Even in the Bible, it says take a day of rest, okay? And if you really don't have time, if you really can't squeeze it in, maybe just take 3 hours. Just turn your phone off, go in a room somewhere just by yourself where nobody's bothering you, you have no TV, you have no internet, no phone, and you just sit back and relax and just think about what you can do to become better at your business. What things that you can do to become more organized. Now, when it comes to maintaining your standing at work, there's a few steps that you might want to consider. For one, make sure that your side business is allowed. I mean, some companies that you work for, they don't really allow you to have a part-time job. They really want you to focus 100% on what you're doing there. And so what you might want to do is just talk to your boss. Have a sit-down have a sit-down meeting with your boss. Explain, show him or her that there's no conflict, and just be available for them, and just show them that you're not bailing out on them until you're ready to bail out on them. All right, so one of the things that you really want to do is you want to think about your job as if this is an investor, okay? If your father is investing in your business, let's say, and he's giving you a couple $1,000s to put towards your business, well, how would you treat him? You'd want to treat him with a lot of kindness and respect. You're not going to, badmouth him, or you're not going to, walk in the door and tell him to shut up or anything like that, because he's investing in your business and you're wanting, maybe you want more money from him. So treat your job as if the job is an investor. Because after all, isn't your paycheck funding your side hustle? And that's a big deal if your side hustle is your dream job. Now, I wouldn't say this business, the vending business, is my dream job, but it does pay my bills, and that's one of the things that I'm happy about. So in a way, it is kind of a dream job. So you want to show respect to your 9-to-5 job as if they were investors. Another thing that you might want to do is market your passion. As long as you're focusing on doing the work at your job and showing respect to the people at your full-time job, market your passion project. Market what you're passionate about. Okay? But don't be too obnoxious about it when you go to work. Don't be running in, hey everybody, I just found 5 locations for my vending machines already. Keep it on the down low. You don't really want a bunch of people jealous. And another thing about marketing your passion, I've worked in several restaurants as I was building my venue or my vending business. I worked in several restaurants as I was building my vending business, and I was able to talk to the manager or the owner and ask them if I could place a vending machine in the restaurant that I worked at, and of course they said yes. So that's another way to find a location, where you work. I just ended up in a car accident, but the place where I bought my car, I got 2 locations in there. I got 2 machines inside of that building. So, as I said, in other videos, always be closing. ABC, always be closing. Look for ways to place your vending machines if you are doing a vending business. All right, I hope that helps you with your business. If you like these videos, give a thumbs up. And if you really like these videos, please subscribe. And I will catch you in another video. Have a good evening, have a good morning, or have a good afternoon.